Hello guys, how is it going today? Welcome to another live stream. I've been live streaming a lot lately. This one won't be too long because I'm at the folks for the weekend and I kind of like to spend time with them, I guess. So I'm going to keep it to about 45 minutes or so excuse the sound in the background. It's March the 10th right now, a Saturday. It's about 1:45 or 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to talk about my favorite coin first of all. Bitconnect! Let's check out Bitconnect to see how well it's been doing during this downtrend. So, as you guys can see, Bitconnect actually didn't move a single dollar in the past 5 hours. It's still standing at $21,054 right now. Let's go check out the 7-day just to see where we are at right now. Yep, it still sucks, guys. There's nothing really much going on right now. Historical 24-hour volume is slowly decreasing, right? If you guys take a look, all the way since February 26, people are actually catching on. And people are starting to realize, hey, this coin might not actually go back up, guys. I don't think it's actually going to go back up. And then the smart people finally started to sell all the way down to where we are right now. $15,000, and the very smart people who realize that, wow, that's actually really cheap, $1.76. Bitconnect! So let's start buying it right now. And that person single-handedly raised the 24-hour volume all the way to $21,209. Did you guys just see that? The 24-hour volume changed. I gotta get my calculator out to see how much was actually just put into the market right now, okay? It's at 2209 minus 21054. So someone actually just bought $155 of Bitconnect. That is remarkable that someone actually invested in it. That is amazing. How much did he buy? 1.92. He bought 80.7291 repeating 6 Bitconnect. I really hope that his investment goes far. So anyways, now that we've summarized Bitconnect, let's go take a look at other coins like Ripple. Ripple is a very important thing to follow, okay? So Ripple right now, pretty darn good, okay? It's doing pretty good. And you guys are gonna see a lot of Bitconnect from now. We're always gonna follow it. It's really important to follow Bitconnect, okay? So market cap for Bitconnect, $32 billion. Do you guys remember the day do you guys remember when I did my technical analysis when Ripple was 22 cents and I told everybody to just buy it and just hold and forget because it's going to go to like $3? And then everyone was like, Philicon, Sir Mr. Fibonacci, you're crazy that Ripple's going to go to $3. I'm like, okay guys, I'm just going to buy like millions of them by myself. No, not millions. It was more like thousands. Millions. So I bought like a few thousand of them. I think I bought like $5,000 worth of Ripple, right? And I sold it like at $1, and I'm like, whoa! I just sold Ripple at $1, and I bought it for $0.25. And then I went I was like away for all of, you know, December and early January. Then I came back, and I'm like, whoa! Ripple's at $3! If I just held Ripple for $3, I could have turned that $5,000 into 3,000. That's 4 times 12. I could have turned it into $60,000. But that didn't even happen because I sold it at $1 and I was really, really sad actually. So I'm like, you know what? Forget about Ripple. I'm just going to short the crap out of it. So I shorted Ripple from like $3 to like $2.75. And I was like, ha, Ripple. I just made $0.25 on each one shorting you. And then surely enough, it actually got to like, you know, $2 or $1. And yeah. So anyways, let's get back on track now and stop fooling around so much, guys. We got to keep these TA incredibly serious because we're all professionals trading in the cryptocurrency market, okay? So Ripple 24-hour volume, guys. People have been extremely interested in it. And this is one of the main reasons why I'm actually taking a look at Ripple. Because when the 24-hour volume actually doubles, guys, from $500 million to $1 billion, that shows a lot of interest in the market, okay? But today, we're back to the same amount, right? We're back to $400 million, which is, it shows one thing. It shows that the recent support yesterday was a very significant and psychological point, right? And now we're going to get into the Ripple technical analysis. So we're going to talk about many things. This is not Ripple, guys. This is a Bitcoin that we're looking at, okay? Where's Ripple? Right here. Ripple, where are you? Where are you? There it is. Calm down, guys. Ripple's right here, okay? So we're going to talk about something called WXYs first of all. Where is it? Here we go. So this is Ripple USD on Bitfinex. We're going to talk about 5 waves going up. And then after 5 waves going up, it usually makes an ABC type of correction first. Like that, right? With usually some sort of target. And then when it finishes its ABC correction, it likes to attempt to break up, okay? Now, if this ends up failing as an impulse wave, how do we define a wave failure? We define it like this. We say wave 2 cannot retrace more than 100% of wave 1. So what we're hoping for is a wave 2 retracement like that, that is not lower than where it began. If it for some reason breaks lower than here, then that is now considered an impulse wave failure. Okay, that needs to be very understood. And then if it does break even slightly, even by 1%, wave 2 cannot retrace by more than 100%, by more than 99.999 repeating of wave 1. If that happens, then it automatically turns into an extended correction. So a normal ABC is a 3-wave structure, but a WXY correction is a 7-wave structure that goes something like this. WXY. And then if this ends up failing again, where it makes another impulse wave up, which is where we are right now, if that fails again, then we could possibly get another extended correction like this. Oh, this computer is super slow here. Jeez, it's really annoying actually. Okay, so it makes another correction like this. And this is just not stuff I'm making up, guys. This is actually in the TradingView window as well. It's called Elliot triple wave combo. And instead of a 7-wave WXY structure, we now get an 11-wave WXY structure, which are my favorite to play because I'm a pessimist. I don't believe in good things, guys. I want everything to be bad, and I love bear markets. So then we end up getting a 11-wave structure with a double failed Elliott wave combo, and then Z will be the most important point to play. It doesn't really fail often after we get a triple Elliott wave combo, okay? Yeah, it's a dragon's tail. It's pretty cool. Sometimes it makes like this beautiful structure, like a massive flag, right? And then people are like, whoa, this is a flag. So this is how flags are formed, if you guys don't know, okay? This is how flags are actually formed, where, you know, it usually makes like a touch up there or something. Something like this, right? And then you get a few touches over here. Like, for example, we get 1, maybe 2 right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, then the 5th touch or something like that. That's how the flags are actually formed within impulse waves for corrections. So now this might be the first coin that we're actually looking at with an ABC and WXY correction. So I'm going to count it really quickly for you guys. This is how it is. I've counted it so many times already, and I'm just too lazy to break it down further. So we got an ABC correction in here. Fell to a very reasonable Fibonacci level to right here at the 786. And then right here is where it attempted to make an impulse wave up. This little guy right there attempted to make an impulse wave up, but it just clearly failed. And it didn't actually fail upon breaking this specific point right here. It failed way earlier than that. Within this wave, it couldn't even complete the 5th wave. The 5th wave retraced actually to the wave 4 territory by heavily. So we considered it an automatic failure right there. And then we ended up getting a leading first wave diagonal within the A wave right there. Just like that, a leading first wave diagonal that broke out. And then this one here made an ABC correction to down here. And we know that this is the C wave right here because we actually got 5 beautiful waves coming down. So this right here actually denoted right here, February 6th, that's the day where everything ended, right? So now we actually get a beautiful WXY correction. We haven't really seen that much other than in Bitcoin recently. So now we call this W. X is where the point of failure is. And we also get this right here where Y is. So that's exactly how it is. So it's pretty cool that it made a WXY correction. And now 786 is kind of the magical number, right guys? So I want to point out some really awesome things that you guys might have missed. And this is actually a very good opportunity for Ripple right now. So I just want to be very clear about my bias, okay? I'm not in a Ripple position whatsoever. I'm not in any single position. So I am not shilling anything whatsoever. This is just because it was requested, so I decided to do it. So I'm not trading Ripple. Hell no. Well, maybe if there's money in it, maybe. Did you guys see how easy it was to convince me? Is there money in it? Is there money in it? Yeah, if there's money, I might trade it. Oh yeah, show me the goods. Show me the goods, baby. So I've had a little bit too much coffee. I need some more coffee. I'm looking for some coffee around my desk. There's like, or this desk rather, there's like 4 cups, but I don't know which one has coffee in it. Anyways, so if you guys take a look right here, do you guys notice that from this very previous swing low, if we draw a slope trend line right here, it connects, well, this point, and actually this point right here. It's pretty much dead on, right? So it's becoming a fairly relevant support region right here. Would you guys agree? One little touch, right? And if we draw another slope trend line support up here, what we get is something just like that, right? So we do see it confining to an area right here. Interesting, right? This would be more so-called a symmetric triangle. I'll show you guys the different types of triangles if you guys are unfamiliar with them. You guys all know this one right here. This is an ascending triangle, right? Where there's a good chance for it to break upwards. And then there's a descending triangle, where there's a good chance for it to break downwards. And then there's these types of triangles right here, where this is a symmetric triangle that's confining. Supply is going to meet demand. Bulls and bears are fighting each other right now. And then eventually, it's going to meet a point where it will break out one way or the other. Now, the cool thing about this is I'm going to break this down even more for you guys when it comes to Elliot waves, okay? So, according to this right here, this made 5 waves already. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th wave is right there. Really ugly, guys. Super ugly 5th wave where it made a double top, right? But the cool thing about this is it hit target. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean. This right here, the ABC, did a perfect one-to-one extension. Just like we saw on Litecoin, right? So this right here was the buy zone. If you guys think about it, or if you zoom out to where I drew this yellow line right here, this computer is so slow here. Jeez, I gotta get a new laptop and bring it here. Yeah, so if we draw that slope line from the previous swing low, this one here, and then we actually took our ABC extension as well, we can easily see that it hit a perfect one-to-one extension right on this slope support line. So that would have been a really good buy zone. I don't really have a lot of time. You are going to block me here also, bro. LOL. Your Twitter, your wish. No hard feelings. I have no idea why you think I'm gonna block you. If you want me to block you, I can block you. Do you guys think I should block Anil? I don't even know why, but he said you're gonna block me, so I feel like I should block him right now. Could we just have like a public vote right now? I'm just kidding, Anil. We're not gonna block you. I have no idea what you did. You must have deserved it, Anil. You probably said something really douchey, I'm sure. I remember what you said. I remember what you said, Anil. Now, you behave, little boy. Don't you misbehave again, okay? I blocked you on Twitter because you were being a dick, okay? If you want to be a dick, you get blocked. Simple as that. Philicon doesn't really tolerate dicks, okay? He's really straight. He's got no time for dicks, okay? Just to let you know. Hi, Crypto J. Not too much. Not too much at all. Kyle, you can see more than that if you want to see a big picture of my toe, okay? I just charge 1 Bitcoin. But you're going to need some magnifying glasses, I'm going to tell you, okay? Because you know what they say about people with small toes. So anyways, it made a perfect one-to-one extension, right? Awesome. So that's where you guys should have bought. And because we're finished our ABC correction right here already, man, I feel like I should buy I feel like I should buy some Ripple right now, guys. I'm gonna buy some Ripple. I'm panicking. I'm panicking right now. I feel like I should be buying some Ripple, guys. Do I have to buy Ripple in front of you guys? How many should I buy? How many should I buy? Somebody tell me how much Ripple to buy. No, I'm not on any Molly. Okay, I feel like I should buy some Ripple. Okay, I'm buying Ripple, guys. I'm gonna FOMO. I will FOMO as much as I want to, okay? I will buy 10,000 Ripple. I don't care. I'm gonna buy it right now. I'm just gonna market execute it and click on BAM! Nope, nothing in my exchange. I keep everything in my margin. BAM! 10,000 right here. I'm happy. We're just gonna buy 10,000 right here, and that's all G. And we're just gonna sit on it for a while. So I just wanted to be transparent. That's called pure FOMO, guys, at its finest. Okay, I'm just dragging my window over here. Okay, so the reason why I think that it's actually gonna go up is because we're hitting a specific Fibonacci level right here. Check this out. We're hitting a 0.5 Fibonacci level right here. And also this ABC extension is already done. So if you actually count your Elliot waves like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is pretty much the fifth one up here, where we're getting another double top, right? This one is also doing the exact same thing where we got our extension of ABC. So do you guys remember how I was saying earlier that this ABC right here actually did a perfect one-to-one extension? See, check it out. It did from here to here to here, right? From A to B to C, it did a one-to-one extension. If you actually look at it from a very, very small time frame as well, it did the exact same thing, right? Take a look. If you do A, B, C, it also hit the one-to-one extension mark. So I feel like it's going to begin the second wave impulse right now, and I'm just going to draw it out for you guys. So if this is actually right, this should begin a second wave. And even if Bitcoin corrects a little bit, it might extend a tiny bit further, because the way I'm seeing it is perhaps this could only be the fourth wave, right? And it might only hit the 618 Fibonacci level at most. But one thing I'm very, very certain of is, check this out over here, okay? Hold on, I'm just getting this up over here. No, Crypto J, I don't use cloud. I'm not really a fan of it. It's just too many indicators, you know? I was honestly gonna buy it anyways, okay guys? I was honestly gonna buy it anyways. It was just a matter of time. That wasn't FOMO at all, guys. It was all planned. I was gonna buy it in front of you guys because I just wanted to make it fun and entertaining, okay? Ripple right now is 79 cents right now. I got in the position at 796. Did you guys see my tweet earlier today where I just bought like I bought 4 coins, right? I bought Ripple. I bought $4,000 each of Ripple, of Neo, of Litecoin, and of EOS, right? Then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna buy it, and I'm gonna come back 30 minutes later just to see where it was. Then I came back like 10 minutes later, and I made $80. So I was pretty happy about that. So you guys see that? I bought Ripple at 796 right there, and I'm already up right now, guys. I'm up like 0.1 of a penny, so I'm up like $10 right now. I'm up $10, guys. I'm gonna take Valo. I'm gonna take Valo for dinner. We're gonna go to McDonald's if this works out really well, okay? So the lowest that it could go, guys, I mean, take a look at this, okay? This is, you guys gotta understand that this is a really hard support that we have, that we're at right now. Because yesterday finished off with a decent candle. This one here, I don't see it as bearish. Despite the volume, all the volume yesterday, all the volume that's supported was yesterday that held it up. So really the lowest that I possibly see it going is maybe 76 cents, 75 cents. I really do see this as finished already correcting. Don't forget that we could easily finish off with a failed impulse wave, right? That can easily happen, but the chances of that happening is kind of slim in my opinion. So right now we're already hitting around, you know, the golden ratio, right? Check it out. We're right in the golden pocket right here already. So am I up right now? I'm up. I'm down $15 on my 10,000 Ripple position, but it's okay. I'm ready to ride this, guys. My stop loss is actually going to be right around here. So if you guys take a look at the daily chart right here, I'm sorry if I'm goofing around a little bit. I'll try to take it more seriously because I know Ripple is a pretty high market cap coin, okay? So does this make sense where I mean, does this make sense to enter a trade like this? Ask yourselves. We have to understand that without the possibility of, without risk, there's no possibility of reward, right? So let's say we entered a long position from where we are right now. I mean, it's not really that big of a loss. It's like a 5% loss, but we could be shooting for something like over 15%, right? So to me, this is a pretty acceptable risk to reward. In fact, it's about a 3-to-1 risk to reward. And every time you see opportunity, you know, it might be worth considering. So let's say that this is indeed the end of the correction for Ripple, because everything we see is actually aligning right now. We see all of this as waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We also see this as ABC already. We also see this do a perfect 1-to-1 extension already, right? A perfect 1-to-1 extension. So the only thing that leaves us to begin with is this the first impulse wave that's going up right now, right? If you look on the 3-hour chart as well, you're also seeing a hammer right here with only 1 hour left to go, with a decent hammer with a lot of volume as well. So I can't help but think, like on the 2-hour chart as well, right? Sure, it went down to 781 already, and it's already jumped up with a massive volume candle and a hammer as well. So it seems like this impulse wave is not failing so far. It's definitely supporting above a really decent level of Fibonacci. In fact, it punctured the 0.5 Fibonacci level and then it just bounced right back up. And one thing that we got to remember about Ripple, honestly guys, I'm probably going to close my position right after this for Ripple. I more so just did that to entertain you guys as a joke. We got to remember that I probably shouldn't have done that. So we got to remember that Bitcoin started correcting on December 17, right? Well, what did Ripple do on December 17? Did Ripple correct as well on December 17? No, actually it didn't. It just kept going up and up and up and up during Bitcoin's correction. So one thing that we can find about Ripple is that it has a habit of not always following Bitcoin, right? And those are the kind of coins that we want to follow whenever Bitcoin tanks. We want to stay away from Bitcoin, far away from Bitcoin when it starts to correct, and we want to follow coins that actually have potential. So I'm not here to shill Bitcoin or Ripple or anything. I'm only in a tiny position. It doesn't really benefit me to shill it. I just need to point out the signs that I see, which is it's done correcting for its waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It did a perfect 1-to-1 extension. Therefore, it has no choice but to attempt an impulse wave up based on all the signs that we see for Elliot wave. And we also see it's got a very decent risk to reward right now if we target something like 93 cents. Now, who knows if it's even going to get there, but as a trader, what we got to do is always take the chances that we see, right? Without risk, once again, there's no possibility of reward. So that's kind of my Ripple analysis. I see some good things and some potential in it, but of course, if Bitcoin massively tanks, it might go down with it. It doesn't always mean that it's going to go up with it as well, right? So we got to understand that the Fibonacci's are all lining up right now and the ABC seems like it's done. So that's kind of it. That's all I wanted to bring up with Ripple for you guys for now, and I'll take some questions. Nice job, Chelsea. Chelsea lifts. She knows how to lift Ripple. You guys should follow her channel. This is Chelsea, if you guys don't know. This is Chelsea. You guys should follow her channel, Chelsea00. She has a huge YouTube channel that focuses on health. Every time I watch her channel, I just imagine she focuses on fitness, right? Every time I watch her videos, I'm just imagining, imagining myself working out while eating a lot of chocolate bars and drinking a Slurpee. So in a way, I don't think Tone would be watching this channel. There's absolutely no way Tony Vase would be watching this channel. So anyways, I'll take some questions if you guys have any. Let's go over some of them. So do you guys understand this concept of ABC 1-to-1 extensions? I just want to make sure that you guys are all on the same page as me. Okay? So this made a WXY first of all with a W extended wave correction, right? So it made a 7-wave structure. It attempted to make the first impulse wave up, and it has thus far successfully done it with a perfect ABC extension of 1-to-1. Long-term Ripple, it's very difficult to predict long-term. I mean, the only way that I can really predict it on a technical level, let me just get some of my drawing tools out right here. The only way that I can predict it on a technical level, like how I've done with other coins, is just using extension. So we use the past data, right, to predict it like this. So let's take a look. Adam Barnes, I really appreciate that gesture. Although Nano is a coin I'm not really looking too much into, but I'll take a look at it from an exponential moving average perspective for you, because I really appreciate that tip. That tip is gonna go straight to my dog, and she's gonna get hammered. Okay, she's gonna get a little 1-ounce bottle of tequila, and I'm gonna feed her so much tequila today just because of you. So if I had to do a lot of extensions, right, usually what we try to do is take Fibonacci extensions, and there are many different ways we can derive targets depending on what kind of trader you are. So if you're a very pessimistic trader like myself, and if this actually is not a failed impulse wave up, you definitely first of all want to target at least a 1-to-1 extension. Okay, actually it has to be more than a 1-to-1, because wave 4 just simply cannot move into wave 2 territory. Or sorry, wave 4 cannot move into wave 1 territory. So if this one were right here to actually hit a 161.8 extension, then we're most likely to possibly going to hit slightly lower than a 261 extension as well. Everyone thought I was crazy when I was projecting $2-3 for Ripple back then, right? Just like how everyone thought I was crazy for projecting the $1,000 Ethereum targets or the $300-400 Litecoin targets. But I did nothing fancy whatsoever. All that I did was just use Fibonacci extensions as possible targets while following Elliot wave rules, which is wave 3 is usually the longest and never the shortest, right? So wave 3 can be shorter than wave 1, but has to be longer than wave 5. And wave 3 can be shorter than wave 5, but has to be longer than wave 1. And if we follow these rules, such as wave 1 is a hard support right here, okay? We follow it as a hard support. Thank you very much. I appreciate the tequila. You guys are gonna get Luna hammered this weekend. Dear God. Like, I'm trying to get her into rehab already, but she just keeps biting. I'm more so just joking around, okay, guys? I shouldn't make light of the situation because alcoholism is a serious issue. But I'm just joking about it with my dog, and I hope that that's okay. I've been feeding her tequila since she was really young. Like, since, I think, at least 9 weeks. 9 weeks, yeah. So we follow the rule that wave 4 cannot retrace into the wave 2 territory, or sorry, wave 1 territory. So it's possible for Ripple, if Bitcoin enters a very bullish market this year, definitely it's possible for us to hit over $5.58. And the next target, I'm just going to shoot, for example, a 768 extension here. So it's possible for it to even hit $7. Now, people would say that's crazy, and you guys are going to multiply the market cap, right? You're going to get the market cap for Ripple, etc., and you're going to say that's impossible. But you got to understand that there's going to be trillions of dollars pumped into the crypto market this year, and there will be a lot of investors moving into the market, I think. I think that 2018 will be a very big year in general for crypto. So I'm just going to take a look at Nano very quickly, because every time someone posts a question with a tip, it always deserves a little bit of time, which I really appreciate. You guys getting my freaking dog drunk. Love it. Nothing's better than getting my dog drunk. Thank you very much, Adam Barnes. If my dog ends up in the drunk tank tonight, it's your fault, okay? So it's looking pretty decent, right? But the thing about Nano right now, I touched up on it in my last video, and I said that it had to hold above 122,000 Satoshi. But right now it doesn't look like it's going to hold above it, okay? And what we want for Nano is to have a fanning out where the yellow line is supporting all above it, right? So what we want is something like this, where the yellow line is parabolically moving up And it's supporting all of the other EMAs with that 55 EMA moving strategy that I'm using. But right now, it's not really doing that, okay? It supported it slightly above it, and it seems like it's breaking. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? So it just doesn't seem like it's, at least this part's gonna hold. I mean, the way we would probably judge it is to see which Fibonacci levels will hold. Say on a 2-hour chart here, 382 is, maybe it's gonna hold, maybe not. I'd probably wait for this entire candle to form and then wait for another candle to form as well. It seems like it's rejecting it a little bit on the 55 EMA. See, it's moving up slightly right here where there's just a wick poking through. But other than that, I definitely wait for another candle to form. And then if that ends up failing, maybe you can risk 1% at the 0.5 Fibonacci level. If it fails, make sure you keep those stop losses. You risk 1%, right? And you fail. You risk 1% at the next fib level. You fail. And then finally, you finally risk 2% there. Maybe on the very last one, because 786 Fibonacci is the flavor of the month right now, then hey, maybe you're going to gain back that 2% and actually make a whole 10% total or something like that. So that's the way we just slightly risk. And then if it actually does bounce, right, and you're in a decent position, definitely consider adding more when it breaks the previous swing high. So that's really all I can say for Neo or for Nano right now, is just to play cautious. Entering now would just be pure FOMO. Always wait for confirmation before you enter. That's kind of my rule. So I hope that helps you with Nano there. That's all I can dedicate the time for Nano. I'm not a fan of coins too much. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate the tip. You know what, guys? You guys, I don't think for $2 it's worth my time to take a look at a coin. Honestly, I really appreciate you guys suggesting that. You guys are welcome to post any questions you want. I think my minimum would probably be like 500 billion Bitcoin to take a look at a coin that I'm not already looking at, to be quite honest, right? Otherwise, I would just feel like a dirty whore for $2 to take a look at a technical analysis of a random coin. I'm not a whore, guys. I'm not a prostitute. I can't be bought like that, okay? I just want to be very clear that I cannot be bought. You guys cannot buy my time for technical analysis with $2, okay? $2 could barely get my dog drunk, to be very clear. Okay, Neo's a coin I'm interested in looking at. Hold on, what's Ripple at? Damn it, guys, I'm really down on Ripple right now. Like, I'm down $74, guys. This is all your fault. I bought this just to entertain you guys, and now I'm down $74. I don't even know how I'm going to take Val out now. Val's going to be like, Philcon, how are we going to go out for dinner tonight, huh? You lost the 68, 70 whatever dollars that you're supposed to win for us. Can't even buy our fucking Happy Meal right now, okay? Jesus, guys. That's unbelievable that I'm down $68 right now. I already lost $200 earlier today. Just because I made a really good killing this week doesn't mean that I'm not unhappy about $68, okay? It's much more depressing than you guys might think, okay? So, what else do we need to look at? Litecoin. Like, do you guys remember all day I've been talking about Litecoin hitting $181? Who remembers my Litecoin technical analysis? Put your hands up. Put your hands up if you guys remember $181 Litecoin. Heyo! Come on, come on. Who remembers 181 Litecoin? What number are we at? I'm just curious. I'm just curious what number we're at for Litecoin right. Oh wow, we're at $181 right now. That's just crazy, Philcon. How do you do it? Well, I'd like to thank my little fluffy dog. She's my technical analysis. And she's also my secretary as well. And I think Litecoin is going to be a really good coin to buy in general over time. Are you guys still holding Litecoin from $1.60 or from $160? I mean, this target was nailed too, right? Every target for Litecoin's been nailed. It's been really good. I gotta keep my technical analysis much more professional. You guys like egg me on to do really bad things and say bad. Oh my god, I'm so down right now for Ripple. I'm down $100 now, guys. I'm down $100. Like, Val is gonna be so mad at me for being down $100. You know, I'm just gonna be a typical newbie and I'm just gonna hold it forever. I refuse to sell my Ripple position. I'm just gonna hold on to it, okay? Because you guys know the rule, you can't lose any money if you haven't sold anything yet, right? So like, yeah, I think, so do you guys have any other questions? I don't want to keep these videos too long, okay? I want to keep it very to the point sometimes. Don't get me wrong about Litecoin, guys. Like, you guys need to make sure that Litecoin 181 was only a first target, okay? That needs to be really understood. It doesn't mean that it's going to hold at 181. It only means that it was the first target because it was a 382 Fibonacci level, right? Now, if it were very bullish, it would bounce 12% of the time. So the next Fibonacci level is obviously right here. That's why I was giving you guys my ladder scenarios of buying here, and buying here. So maybe you'd buy, 25% of your coins here, 25% there, and then 50%. But if it never even gets here, then you buy more on strength of it going up right there, okay? I'm not looking at Icon. Do you guys remember what happened last time to Icon? Do you guys remember what happened to Icon? I made a video on it. Right here. Right here, guys. Yes, I used to heavily do this. So I made a video right here. It got like 15,000 views in like a few hours. And then I started tweeting about it. And then Eric Cho started to tweet about it as well. And then we ended up pumping the market. We literally pumped the market. And everyone got really mad at us because they called us pump and dumpers, right? And I'm like, I don't even trade on Binance. So I'm not touching ICX anymore. Okay? Key support 3. Maybe we should also add some key support number 7 here as well. Yeah. I used to do a lot of TA on Binance for this guy. Neo. Let's talk about Neo. Let's talk about Neo, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and all the bad things about Neo, baby. Okay, so Neo. I don't trade on Binance because you can't short, and I'm a bear. And when you're a bear, you just want to short things, right? Yeah, I'm only down $100 now, guys, for Ripple. Yeah, $100. Yeah, not bad. I don't really care about the loss. I'm just joking around with you guys as well. So Neo, we gotta acknowledge the most relevant resistance and support zones, right? Which is right around here. So as long as it holds above here, awesome. Where's a really good position to enter? I mentioned that last time as well, right here, around $94.50. The moment that it breaks above this right here, a lot of people are actually going to rush in to buy. Neo's still a very hot coin. Keep in mind, it hit a very extreme number before, right? Like we're talking about, what did it hit before? Like 180 bucks, I think. $200 about, right? What was the previous high? Like $198.20. So you got to think of it as a fire sale right now as well. So Neo has absolutely no signs of support yet on any time frame. Yeah, not a single support candle on any time frame. So it's not really a good time to buy. I might be interested in on it at $86.68. Maybe around the golden pocket zone as well to see if it holds. But until they fix that consensus node issue, it might even drop further, especially after Charlie Lee's tweet last week as well, right? So it's just a matter of waiting now. Personally, I'm not interested in Neo buying at support levels even, or it bounces. I'm more so interested in buying on strength because I'd rather wait for that confirmation. So Neo's looking decent, but it had a lot of rejections to the top side. Many coins didn't have that much rejection at all. So Neo's looking pretty nasty right now, actually. If we look at it from the perspective of a 55 EMA, it's actually on it looks like it's on a downtrend right now. So yeah, so that's my thoughts for Neo. Well, my Ripple target is it's more of a swing position, right? Like, you guys got to remember that who cares if you get stopped out? You know what I mean? Honestly, who cares if you guys get stopped out? Just keep finding these setups over time and just take the chances. big whoop-de-doo, you lose a little bit of money. Like, you guys shouldn't cry about it, right? It's part of the game, honestly. So my target was something ridiculous, like I think it was 93 cents or so. So I'm a short-term trader, we gotta understand, right? And you guys gotta know what kind of trader you are as well. So for Ripple, I'm gonna draw my resistance like that. And I know that my support was actually already solid on the bottom. So the moment that it breaks this support region, like around, actually, Verge. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll take a look at Verge because that's definitely, oh, I feel like I'm prostituting myself again to doing coins. Okay, I guess I'll do it, okay? 10 euros will get my dog like a 2.6. Oh my god, she's only 6 pounds, but she can go through a 2.6 in like 2 days. I'm holding a lot of Verge. I strongly believe in privacy coins. So my target is about 90 cents roughly. My stop loss honestly will probably be at about 73. So I don't mind on a 10,000 Ripple position, you know, risking a little bit. So my risk to reward is actually about maybe only 2 to 1. I'm okay with that 2 to 1 actually. I'll probably set my stop loss slightly lower than here, and I'll probably target about 90 cents. Big whoop-de-doo, it's 2 to 1. If I lose a little bit of money on it, if I keep taking these 2 to 1 risk to reward scenarios, I'm definitely going to win over time. So my target is about 90 cents. If I don't hit it, that's really okay. It's all part of the game. And if you understand that it is a game, you're going to be successful over time. So the flavor of the month right now, Mr. D Shinobi, are you a ninja? Are you a ninja? Okay, let's look at Verge. I'm also invested in Verge, I have to admit. I bought a little bit right here. Bad time to buy, but I believe in privacy coins heavily this year. And I think that 786 is going to be the flavor of the month. And I just want to be very clear that the next region of support is where we are at right now. So Verge, I don't mind at all taking a look at it for you because I'm invested in it myself. So if you take a look at this recent position right now that made the first subwave, right? That's exactly where we are. It's actually a very, very good sign. Not only that, the previous few days, we're getting a series of bullish candles, such as this one right here, which is a bullish spinning top, followed by a hammer that tried to push to the downside, followed by another hammer right here with decent volume as well. And this one right here, you can see it almost as an inverted hammer, right? Rather than a shooting star. Usually inverted hammers are on the downside. But here I see it more of as a bullish pattern. And also the flavor of the month is slightly below the 786 Fibonacci level, right? So I bought mine a little bit premature, but I'm okay with buying it and holding it extremely long term. I believe this support will hold. If not, it's probably going to drop down a little bit lower to even the 250 Satoshi range, right? But I can't see it doing that right now. I simply just can't see that doing it. And not only that, like if I had to do an Elliot wave count on it, which I haven't really done yet, to be quite honest. Yeah, I haven't really done any type of Elliot wave count on this at all. Most likely something like here. Let's see if any extensions even make sense right now, okay? No, that definitely couldn't even be it. You know what? The Shinobi, I'm going to follow up on Verge a little bit more because I'm interested in it, and I'm going to post like an Elliot wave chart on it, alright? So let's take a look at it some other time frames as well, because I'm interested in it as well now. You know, if you have a stop loss, make sure your stop loss is tight, right? I mean, a probably very reasonable stop loss, if I were to day trade this, would probably be right over here, okay? Around the 400 Satoshi range, because now it takes into account here and here, these two specific candles. Because if this breaks, there's a very good chance that it's going to break into one of these regions down over here. And if it breaks even below this range right here, you can probably expect it to hit around the 260 Satoshi range. So 350 is a very critical point right now for it to support. If it doesn't hold there, it might be in a little bit of trouble. But the thing about privacy coins this year is it's supposed to be very hot, you know? And also, it's extremely oversold right now for the RSI. It's so oversold right now, and the MACD is about to cross over that I just can't really see it going down much further if it does. It just doesn't have any more strength to exhaust coming down. So here, it might even make one more bounce on the lower side, but I do believe that it's eventually going to impulsively move up. So that's my opinion of Verge, and I hope it has helped you. Do you guys have any other questions I can try to answer for you? Yeah, Bitcoin's going down right now. No doubt in my mind. It's just hammering away. Look at it. It broke 9K already. It broke 9K. That's so funny, guys. Like, we're going to see some really low numbers, I think, for Bitcoin. We're going to, honestly, by the week, we're probably going to see like 8,300 for Bitcoin. If you guys really want to know, like, Bitcoin is not really reacting to a lot of Fibonacci numbers right now. I'm down $200 for my Ripple position right there. I'm probably going to get stopped out soon, but I had to take the chance. I mean, we're just flying through the 0.5 Fibonacci level right here, okay? Literally, we're just flying right through it right now. So the next support zone is probably around $8,700 right here. Right here, $8,700. So even though I brought up this whole Ripple scenario, you guys got to keep in mind that things are not always guaranteed, okay? We might get stopped out. It's very likely that we get stopped out, but it's also possible that we have a potential to gain a lot of money. You always have to make sure that you understand without risk, there's no possibility of reward. And our job as a trader is to try to look for these risk to reward setups that make sense, right? In a sense, it's all gambling after all. So the next support zone for Bitcoin is between 87.47 and 87.84, right in the golden pocket. If that doesn't hold, we're just going to fly through it. And then we're probably going to get to the 85.58 range right over here. And that would probably be pretty scary in my opinion. But let's be hopeful. We got to take it one step at a time and go from there. Oh, I've got no buy targets for Bitcoin. I'm done trading Bitcoin for a while. Well, for Bitcoin, I honestly have no idea what the Elliot wave count really is. It's an incredibly complicated wave count, and I can't even find a single analyst who can provide any. Like Eric Cho and Johnny can't even count it. No offense to them, they're amazing analysts. I don't like to short Bitcoin, honestly. I don't like to short Bitcoin because it's all about ethics sometimes. I like to short other coins, okay? You gotta think of it like this. When you short Bitcoin, why would you want to short Bitcoin when you can short another altcoin instead, right? Because if Bitcoin decides to drop 5%, then altcoins could drop way more than 5%. Because altcoins like to drop a factor of Bitcoin multiplied by something, right? It's usually how it is. So I think I'm gonna end my Ripple technical analysis right here. So just keep in mind, guys, once again, right, that we are reaching a very amazing support level for Ripple once again, which I'm just gonna recap for you guys very quickly, okay? Where is Ripple again? So even though we have definitely hit a perfect extension of it, where's Ripple? I don't even see it here. The better time, like if you guys are really going to consider entering a position, right? Draw your support very well, okay? I obviously entered it a little bit prematurely here. Draw your support really well for where you see Ripple, okay? Make sure it touches this point. Make sure it touches this point. And the best place would be another touch right here. If it bounces, awesome. You guys are going to be in really good shape. Make sure you take a really tight stop loss. Just take that chance if you guys really want to try. I'm no financial advisor, but this is how we make money in the market, guys. We take these tiny little chances and we can get a really good risk to reward. So right now, as it stands, I mean, if you set your stop loss for even slightly below where this supporting trend line triangle is, right? And then you targeted something like 90 cents possibly, or even 85 cents. Like, that's a really good risk to reward setup. But you guys have to make sure that you acknowledge the fact that you could easily get stopped out as well, okay? So don't be a pansy if you guys lose on a trade. This is clearly a good trade setup. So before you enter any trade, make sure you guys are 100% aware of the fact that you could lose a trade so easily, right? So make sure you understand that you cannot get upset if you ever lose a trade. You went into this trade knowing where the target is. You went into this trade knowing what your stop loss is. You have it all planned already. That's how you remove the emotion out of trading. That's why you guys should never get upset if you ever lose a trade. As you guys saw, I've entered a trade already. I'm gonna wait. I'm not getting stopped out at all. My stop loss is probably much more tolerable than you guys. My stop loss is gonna be about 73 cents because I can handle that kind of stop loss, right? It just comes down to your own comfort level as well and what you guys can handle. So that's kind of it for now. I don't really OB89, that's called fundamental analysis, right? I don't factor in fundamental analysis into my technical analysis. Those two are very different worlds. A technical analyst doesn't really look at fundamental news because they believe that all price action is reflected in the charts right now already. I'm never looking at DGD. I keep my set of charts and within. I keep my my coins I look at like very well confined, like only a few that I actually take a look at. So I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. My dog is going crazy at the folks here, and it's been about 51 minutes already, and it just blows my mind how long I can talk for without getting tired. Thanks for bringing it up, Crypto Tote. I really appreciate that. Yes, my Steemit account is completely lost still. I have no idea how I lost it, to be honest. I had like the master key and everything, and I even took a screenshot of it on my phone. I like wrote it down, I printed it out, and it was like, okay, then all of a sudden I just got timed out and I couldn't log in anymore. So yeah. So anyways, have yourselves a great day, guys. If you decide to take the setup, you know, follow up with me. Send me a message or something and we'll go from there. I appreciate you guys helping me out with the tip there and getting my dog extremely drunk. And I'll be sure to follow up with you guys down the road for Ripple. So have yourselves a great day. Take care.